tanning, people have been doing it since the beginning of time, and it's like nature's canvas. My name is Ruby Sweetman, and I'm an instructor at Portage College in the Native Arts and Culture program.
My name is Amy Malbeuf, and I'm doing an artist in residence here at Portage College. And Ruby and I will be collaborating as well as creating individual art projects around the theme of hide tanning in the past, present, and future.
So I'm doing the past, so the traditional methods that were used like in hide tanning and making traditional products. So what I'm working on is a traditional hide tan purse. So it's a traditional elk hide that I tanned and smoked, and then I also did traditional quilling on it with porcupine quills. So I did the stemming method for the outline, and I filled it in with the 2-needle 1 quill method. And I also have like the red trade cloth on it, and then I have a trade cloth, a floral print, which will be the lining for it. For the collaborative piece of artwork, that's where Amy and myself will be working together, and we're creating a project where we both are working together on it, so it'll be a larger piece of work, and then Amy's going to be doing the futures.
I'm using my time here while we're tanning the hides as a time to be inspired and to think through my projects that I'm going to create. So for the most part, I don't know exactly what I'm going to make yet, but it's been very inspirational, and I already have numerous projects that I want to develop. It's just a matter of refining which ones I want to pursue. For me, what I really want to convey is the vibrancy of our cultures and the continuity. So we're thinking around these ideas of the past, present, and future, but it's really challenging to delineate those moments in times and isolate them. So when I started thinking about concepts and ideas, what's most important to me is to convey this continuancy of cultures between traditional and contemporary times, as opposed to separating that. I feel really honored to be working on this project, and especially to be working on this project with Ruby, who has been a mentor of mine through various art forms. And it's a real privilege to work with her and also work alongside the students here at the college. So Ruby is teaching the students here a 13-step process of hide tanning.
So Elsie Quintel is a Métis elder from Square Lake. She is kind of like the founder of our matriarch of hide tanning and our program. So she tanned hides for quite a few years, and taught at the college for quite a few years, like over 30. So it's her way that we do it, so it's the Woodland Cree way. And she takes all those extra steps in the tanning process so that we have beautiful hides. And that's why we keep teaching the way she taught us. The hide tanning has 13 steps, so we usually don't do the first step, which is the skinning of the animal. So the second step is soaking the hide. That's where we put it in water to soften the meat so that when we flesh it, it comes off easier. And then it is the stretching of the hide, so that's when we lace it into the frame. The fourth step is fleshing it, so that's where we use our tools and we remove all the meat and flesh. And then the fifth step is scraping and thinning, so that's when we remove the hair and thin the hide out so it's more consistent. Step 6 is where we do our braining. So we mix up our brain mixture and we rub that onto our hide on the hair side. Step 7 is our first smoking. So that's where we build our little teepee and we smoke just the brain side of it so that it seals in the brain and helps it to break down the fibers. And then step 8 is another soaking that we do, and that's where we use our secret products in there and we soak the hide till it's wet. And then step 9 is like softening it on the ring. So that's where we have a ring and we pull the hide back and forth through it. In step 10 it's called wringing the hide out, so that's where we would wring all the moisture out of it. So on step 11 is the drying process, and that's where we would use the fire, our tools, by keeping it in the frame and pulling all the moisture out. For step 12, that is the softening and fluffing stage. So what we would do there is we'd have it in the frame and we'd work both sides, making sure that all the fibers are broken and there's no more stretch in the hide and it's nice and soft and pliable. And then the final step, 13, is the smoking of the hide. So there we would like sew it into like a pillowcase shape with a cloth at the bottom, and we'd hang it up and put our pot of punk spruce underneath to smoke it. And usually we'd smoke the flesh side more because that's worn to the outside of all your garments. And that's all the 13 steps that we do. I think it's important that we do traditional teachings such as hide tanning and a lot of the other courses that we do. We teach the traditional way because it's like a lost art form. A lot of the people take our program because they've lost a lot of their cultural ways, and just finding themselves and being able to work with a product that you created and spent 3 weeks of hard labor making, and it just gives them more pleasure to work with something that they helped make.